Hey guys, Keith Carson here, local Florida native, pro circuit angler. We just pulled up on one on the bed. It's springtime in Florida and they're spawning. I'm gonna show you guys how I do this. I was trolling down the bank here using the trolling motor and I saw one on the bed. And so I went down a little bit, let things settle, spin around. I put the power poles down. I've got the boat set up just right. I don't wanna get so close to the fish that he can see me and he gets too finicky. I wanna stay just out of sight of the bed. Just barely, but close enough to where I know where to cast to. I'm gonna pitch this on him. We're gonna get it in the bed. I'm gonna let it sit. We're just gonna let it sit. Watch him, see what happens. We've got the drone up there. Hopefully you can see that power shad from the shot up there. The fish is, he does not like this power bait. Oh, he's looking at it. Oh, he hit it. He hit it. Oh my gosh. All right, get ready. Get ready. It's about to go down. All right, let's see what happens. I got to twitch it through the grass. That was a bad pitch. Let me try again. Bad cast. When you're pitching to the beds, you really got to get it in the sweet spot there. And when you hit the sweet spot, they can't resist it. And you'll know what the sweet spot is because as you pitch around the bed and hit different spots, the fish won't really react. And then you hit that sweet spot and you'll see his you'll see his fins flare out. You'll see him, oh gosh, he didn't like that. You're gonna see his behavior change, or her behavior. So I'm throwing the weightless bait here, and the reason why I like throwing a weightless bait is because it's really finessey. It doesn't race in there. You know, you let it sink down to the bottom, and it has such a nice slow sink to it. When the fish noses down on it, then you can just pop it right in his face. And you just want to finesse it. Oh, he's looking at it. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's trying to eat it. Wow, he's not taking it. Okay, he's gonna eat it any second here. Okay, come on, come on. All right, sometimes when they're nosing down on it, they go look at it. Oh, it put its nose right on it and I popped it in its face and it tried to eat it and just missed it. He keeps hitting it, but he's not opening his mouth. He just, every time he bumps it, he's just like, he's not opening his mouth, so it's kind of odd. I'm gonna try one more cast with this, and if he doesn't eat it, I'm gonna pitch the ghillie on it. Yeah, so I was throwing the power jerk shad, and he was trying to eat it, but just wasn't quite taking it. And a lot of times when a fish isn't quite taking the bait, you want to switch baits, because when they don't eat it fully and eat it well, you get a partial hook, or even worse, you hook them on the outside of the mouth. And in competition, that's an illegal fish. So right now, I'm going to switch to the Berkley Gilly. I'm going to throw this one here, Blue Shiner Gold. Put a little 3/8 ounce weight, 20-pound fluorocarbon. I think this is what I need. It should get him to suck it in and eat it really well, so I can get a good hook in this fish and put this fish in the boat. My setup is I'm running a 3/8 ounce weight with a 5/0 Berkley Fusion hook, and I like to peg my weights. The reason I like to peg my weights is because when you use a bobber stop and you set the hook, and you notice how the weight in the bobber stop slides up the line, then you have a weight that's freely sliding between the bobber stop and the hook. And if you're a flipper, you know, like I am, think of all the times that you boat flip a fish, and as soon as that fish's tail touches the ground, the hook comes out. It's like, so when you're reeling a fish in, you know, do you really want the weight, a weight freely sliding up and down your line as that fish is jumping and tail walking? For me, the answer is no. So I like a pegged weight. It always stays, you know, it always stays where it's at. When you set the hook and the weight slides up the line, it stays just like so. So for me, that's the main reason why I peg my weights the way that I do. I just see it as, you know, I see it as it's a preventative maintenance kind of thing. It prevents me, you know, even if I lose one less fish a year from not using a bobber stop, to me, that's worth it. You know, it's all about, this game is all about percentages, so. Rig this up here. We're gonna put this right here. Just barely skin hook that right there. That should hook that fish really good. So check that out. That looks good. You think he's gonna eat it the first pitch? It's probably gonna eat the first pitch. Yeah, sorry I couldn't get this for you guys on the drone. It took me too long. I'll see if I can get him this way. First pitch. Got him, first pitch. Did you see that? Oh, the ghillie came off. I lost one of them. Ooh, you see how he's peeing there? That's how you know that's a male. Hooked him really good. See how that's deep in his mouth there? So that's, you know, shows how had to switch baits, had to switch from the jerk shad to the ghillie, and the ghillie got it done. First pitch. So you guys saw how that fish was reacting to the power jerk shad, you know, and it just wasn't happening. Sometimes when they're acting like that, you know, then you got to switch bait. So I switched to the 20 fluorocarbon, the Berkley Gilly here, and you know, it's like you just have to let the fish tell you what to do. Sometimes you can't force things. You just, you know, you fish for the fish, watch its act, how it's acting, watch its attitude, and just adapt to the conditions and adjust as needed. And you know, that's what I'd call a good adjustment. When you switch a bait in your first pitch, you get them. That's a pretty good adjustment there. So a quick tip, guys. I saw one about 6 with another one about 4 pounds, and I went up and down the bank twice just to see where it was sitting, because every time I passed it would spook off really quickly. So after the second pass, I kind of narrowed it down to the area it's at. I put a cast in there with the Berkley Gilly, stopped to take a drink, just kind of let everything settle, you know, just relax, let things settle. Often with bed fishing, this doesn't happen quickly. You know, this is a process, this is slow. Sometimes it can be quick, most times it's slow. And if you got patience and you know how to do this, it can be a technique that can greatly benefit you throughout the rest of your life. Yeah, so you know, this fish, it just keeps nipping at the Berkley Gilly here. I'm gonna try the jerk shad again. Gonna pull out the 6-pound braid on Fireline. Try this jerk shad in here, see if he'll react to that. This fish is racing around like crazy. It's trying to find the female. My boat pressure is what spooked the female. And it's like trying to protect the bed, but it's also trying to find the female. And this fish is just racing around, and oh, there he is right there. Let's see if we can get him on this. Ooh, it just raced over to it. It doesn't like it back there. So this is that part of the game where you start pitching around, trying to figure out the sweet spot. And when I pitch it way to the back of the bed, that fish does not like it when it's way back here up against this grass. Oh, it just tried to eat it. See, that's the sweet spot. And that's how you figure out a fish's sweet spot. It's just like that. So now we know where to pitch. So now I'm going to keep making the same pitch. And this fish should eat rather quickly now that I know the sweet spot. That one should have been done. Got it. Oh. That's a little better one. Hooked it really good right there in the top of the mouth. That's a good one. Yeah, so I made a little bait change there. I was throwing the Berkley Gilly and it was nipping at it, but just wouldn't quite take it. So switched to the Power Jerk Shad here. Didn't take long, had to find the sweet spot, got her to eat it, and yeah, that was it. Sometimes you just gotta keep changing baits. Nice fish there. Well guys, that's kind of my 1-2 punch there. You know, I've got the jerk shad, that's more of my finesse style. It's when I wanna really sneak something into the bed, when I feel like that's a fish that's finicky and is likely to race off when you pitch a bait in there with a weight. That's when I go to the jerk shad and finesse it in their face. And when I have a fish that's more locked on the bed, that's guarding eggs, then I'll switch to the Berkley Gilly with a little 3/8 ounce weight. And what that does is, when the females have already laid their eggs, then you take that Berkley Gilly and it looks like a brim eating their eggs down on the bed. It's I don't know, man, I don't think there's anything better to throw, honestly. That Berkley Gilly, man, I just saw a big one push a wake right here. That Berkley Gilly is, I'm impressed. It's, yeah, it's really good.